Hey, this is Sam. Thanks for coming back to the Mountain View. As you can see, we're not actually at the Mountain View right now. We're kind of down the road a little bit from there. And this video is something a little different for you. It's not a DIY video. This is a video about things there are to do around this area, around the Mountain View. For this, we partnered up with Chris over here from Kentucky Woodsman. And we're going to take a little trip along the Pine Mountain Trail. Come and join us.
The Birch Knob section. We'll sign in here and let everyone know we're out the trail. Now, incidentally, Pine Mountain Trail skirts the ridge line of Pine Mountain, which stretches from Birch Interstate Park, goes down the Virginia and Kentucky border all the way down to Middlesboro, Kentucky, and all the way into actually Tennessee. So Pine Mountain Trail is a very long mountain. There's different parts of it that's higher in elevation. Letcher County actually has one of the highest elevations of Pine Mountain. So that's what we're checking out. You can see, I don't know if you can see through the trees or not, but we actually got quite a bit of elevation on us right now. Not sure the exact altitude, but we're a good ways up there, looking at most of the tops of the mountains. And if you look straight off into the trees and through the trees, you will see the top of Big Black Mountain, which is the highest mountain in the state of Kentucky. We're looking right at it right now. Sam's going to sign us into the trail here so they know we're heading out this way. In my mind, this is one of the neatest sections of the trail. There's a lot of neat rock formations all over the trail, but this seems to have most of the rock formations that I've come across on the trail anyway, at least until you get to breaks.
Down below us here you can see a road leading off into the woods. There have been so many changes here over the years with logging and ATV use. It's hard to tell if that road is old or new from here. But you can see that even in these seemingly remote places, you can still find the traces that man has been here. Now, in the 1700s, one of the most fearsome warriors in the Cherokee Nation was Captain Birch, they called him. His name was Birch. His father was a Scots trapper. His mother was Cherokee. And he became a leader of the war parties in this area, fighting against the colonization in the Appalachians. He was caught up with and killed back that way, east of us, in the Powell Valley. His remaining warriors headed down this way toward the Pound Gap. And just after they crossed through at the headwaters of the Kentucky River, there was a pitched battle between them and the settlers. And most of them ended up being killed. That's just part of the history along this trail and along this section of Appalachia.
Sam, you probably know as much about the history of Pine Mountain Trail as anyone around here, seeing as you work for the newspaper and everything. Tell us a little bit about Pine Mountain Trail and how it got started.
Well, it started just because of some local hikers who thought it would be a good thing to have a trail similar to the Appalachian Trail through here. And eventually it became part of the Great Eastern Trail as well, which is still under construction, and it'll go from way up into the I'm not really sure what, New Hampshire maybe, or Maine, all the way down to Florida, kind of parallel to the Appalachian Trail. But they started clearing it on their own and lobbying the state, and then the state turned it into a linear trail when Governor Patton was in office. And what that means is it is a state park, but not all of it's in Kentucky. There are agreements with landowners and that kind of thing. Part of it's in Virginia. It goes all the way from the Breaks Interstate Park to Pineville, which is the end of Pine Mountain. It's about 120 miles.
Actually ends at Pine Mountain State Park, doesn't it?
Yes, I think it does.
Yeah. So, how long would you say the trail is? About 120 miles, maybe?
110, 120 miles. All of it's not completed. We're on the Birch Knob section today, and that's complete. That goes from the Breaks Interstate Park, which is the northernmost point of the Pine Mountain Trail, all the way to Pound Gap in Letcher County. And from there it picks up with the Highland Section. The Highland Section goes to Pine Mountain at Whitesburg, which is also in Letcher County. And then you pick up with the Little Shepherd Section. The Little Shepherd Section starts there at Pine Mountain at Whitesburg at Letcher Gap and goes all the way to Harlan.
So Letcher County has quite a few nice sections of trail right here in the county itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, and there's several places you can get on the trail.
Right in this area, you have two sections of trails. Like I said, we are currently on the Birch Knob section, and just as soon as you get down to US 23 and you cross the road there, you come into what they call the Highland section of Pine Mountain Trail. Now, if you go from Birch Knob all the way out to Tucker's Gap, or you take Highland section from the start of the trailhead there all the way out to Twin Cliffs, there you get so many more rock formations, and there's just a lot more bang for your buck, as we were saying, from this section all the way out to Tucker's Gap. I mean, you've got caves, you've got rock cliffs, you've got rock formations, you've got so much stuff to see. Views, even when the leaves are on the trees, there's views here like you wouldn't believe, and it's all free. That's the neat thing about it. You know, this trail system has become a state park several years ago. This is all Kentucky and Virginia's to share and enjoy, and anyone who wants to come out here. Almost at Stairstep Cave. This is called Raven's Nest as opposed to Raven's Rock. This is Raven's Nest. The trail goes down this slope here, and we'll be at the Stairstep Caves very shortly. They've added steps since the last time I was here. That makes things much easier.
This is bear corn. It's a plant that grows in the woods around here. If you notice this, once it gets big, it looks like part of an ear of corn that sticks up out of the ground.
And as I was saying, the rock that we was just on is Raven's Nest. Go down through the rhododendron or mountain laurel or whatever you want to call it here. It's like going down through a cave. The neat thing is there actually is a cave down here. We're almost to it. By the way, you're in the land rich with earth caches and geocaches right through here. So, if you're a geocacher, it's a very good place to grab a few caches while you're out. Really cool formation in here. We're gonna work our way down here to Stairstep Cave. I'll tell you a little story about Stairstep Cave. The last time I was over in this area, I actually came across the bear right in this general area right here. Luckily, it ran before I had a chance to run. So that was pretty cool. Staircase Caves. We'll work our way down here to one of the caves. It's actually a really nice cave down here. And it is an earth cache, by the way. So, definitely, it has grown up quite a bit since the last time I was here. So be very careful for snakes as you get through here. But here is one of the caves. Ouch. Just so happens I have a flashlight with me. I'm supposed to have here somewhere. Are we ready? Let's go. Let's see what we see. Like I said, there was a bear in here the last time I was here. Hopefully he's not here this time. I don't see him, so that's good. Looks like someone's been camping back in here. Water. If you go on back in here, if I remember correctly, yep, there it is. There's another water hole right in there. And if you can see, the cave goes on out through there. Any bats in here? I don't see any. I'm sure there is somewhere though. Stairstep Caves. Oh, looks like somebody's been partying in here. Pretty cool. As I said, this is an earth cache. I know that for a fact because it is my earth cache. It's one that I established several years ago. If you want to see something neat, look at all these pea gravel in these rocks. It's neat. It's really, really neat. Very cool. Very cool. Really cool. Amazing place.